The Fighter's Corner. What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? Hey, this is your host, Taz B. Back again, fam. Back again. Hey, we got an episode of The Fighter's Corner where all fighters have a voice. Welcome, chat. Hope you guys are doing good today. Hey, man, I know we just had another storm going to the northeast. Hope you guys are protected. Hope you're watching out for yourself, man. Watch out for this bad weather. Take care of yourself out there, chat. But yeah, man, hey, we got a banger, guys. We got a banger out here. We have, we don't really, a lot of the heavyweights that we have now, a lot of them are from the UK, which are phenomenal heavyweights. But I want to talk about one brother that's out there, man, that, it's a little buzz going on about him. And, I know some people people are funny out there. They're always cracking on people talking about, hey, he's the man with the Jerry curl, all that other stuff. But to me, hey, man, it don't matter, man. It's all about your style and your flavor. Rock what you got. All right, chat. And, I want to talk about this brother. He's a tall man. He's a 6'2" boxer. He's, he's of the Spanish descent. He's 7 wins, 0 losses, 5 by knockout. And he's just a big boy, man. We're talking about no other than Ali Feliz. Ali. And he kind of rocks the Ali in front of his shorts, like how the old school Ali used to be. So yeah, fire name, man. You got a fire name out there. So we're going to look at some of his highlights and stats, talk about his style and why he is a rising star. All right, guys, let's tune in. Let's check this out and see what we got with Mr. Ali Feliz.
Both waistbands are good, okay? I explained the rules in the dressing room. All I expect is a good, clean fight, okay? Touch them up. Let's get at it.
Third man in the ring, Eddie Claudio, called over the trainer of Ali Feliz. That's his father, Fernelli Feliz, who we actually saw fight on Friday Night Fights on ESPN2, February 25th of 2005 against Terry Smith. And now he's in the corner of his younger son.
Chad, I kind of like his iconic look. He looks like the old school boxers, man, back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Going in there, man, with their afros, ready to get it in. So I like his style.
Ali Feliz, as well as his brother Fernelli Jr., who is 8-0 with 6 knockouts as a heavyweight himself. But Lamir Isom Riley is upset-minded, and he lands an overhand right to start this fight. So Feliz is in a fight, and Tim, Isom Riley's coming off of a big upset against Antonio Cepeda, who he stopped in the 3rd round, unbeaten in Las Vegas. But not tonight. Ali Feliz sends him to the canvas with a combination.
Now that's how you answer. That's how you answer.
Absolutely. Quick start for Isom Riley. Great response from Ali Feliz. My goodness. You see the power and the quickness of Ali Feliz, and he's now setting up Isom Riley, creating the space to land his power.
Framing his work right there. Doing a good job. Taking his time. One area where he can work at is going down to the body. You want to continue to weaken your opponent. You go down to the body, the hands will eventually drop, leaving the head exposed.
Look at that straight right hand from Ali Feliz. Yep. And he's got lightning in those hands, and they're quick. Look at this performance from Ali Feliz, and in steps Eddie Claudio, because Isom Riley was taking a beating.
The end right here. See what I like? I like him using those illusionist forms or frame, taking his time. There was another frame right there, just a little bump, a little shove off, get some distance to extend with his punches right there.
For your winner by technical knockout, Ali Feliz.
For a moment, you heard the chants of Ali, Ali.
Both of your trunks are up high, so I'm not going to call them right there on the line and up. So white is good. Dark colors, red and dark, bad. All right? Touch them up. Good luck to both of y'all.
Great job from Lawrence Cole instructing both fighters what punch is going to be legal, which one's going to be a low blow. High expectations, Tim, for this young man, Ali Feliz, Dominican American Dynamo, 2023 U.S. Olympic trials gold medalist. We'll see what happens when he takes on Anthony Woodson III.
Shout out to DR.
Oh, man. Woodson sure do like them skinny jeans, huh? But he got the tights on underneath the shorts like that, the leggings. I don't know what that's all about. But I'm excited to see this young man right here, Feliz.
Big heavyweight pedigree in his family. His father, Fernelli, once headlined an ESPN Friday Night Fights show. And his brother, Fernelli Jr., is 7-0 as a professional. Tim, he's taking on a man who's 35 years old. Nothing new for Ali, because when he was 8 years old, his father didn't want him to fight. He put him in against an 18-year-old in sparring, and he said, I was getting beat till I went back to the corner, and my father asked me, no pain? He said, through tears? I said, no gain.
He said he put him with the 18-year-old.
And then he beat up the 18-year-old and put him out. And then his brother says he did it again at 11 years old against a 21-year-old.
Yeah, I guess when you're that big and you have that size, I mean, although he's 8 years old, he looks like he's 15 to 16.
Right here, he's looking like a veteran with a nice 1-2 combination. Ali Feliz making his pro debut at age 20. Still harbors the dream of becoming an Olympian. He says, if not for the U.S., for the Dominican Republic. But
yeah,
his style is all pro now.
Yeah, that's odd because, you know, beforehand you couldn't be a pro, but now you can be a pro and go to the Olympics.
Let go.
There's that left hook once again from Ali Feliz as Woodson goes backwards. Woodson's a minister, Tim, with 6 kids.
Well, he's going to have to pray right now because he's getting beat on.
He's shining.
Or he's going to have to fight back. He's going to have to do something because that rain is not going to stop coming from Ali.
Bringing him downstairs, landing upstairs. Here comes little signs of life from Anthony Woodson, who's 35 years old, didn't start as a professional until he was 34, so he's a novice as well. Only had a limited amount of amateur fights. Ooh, nice straight right from Feliz. Puts Woods back against that corner, and it just looks like it's going to be a matter of time before Lawrence Cole steps in with 25 seconds left. Woodson's got a lot of heart, but no defense.
No, not at all. That time exiting that corner, getting out. But here comes Feliz. He's going to continue to pour it on. No answers coming from Woodson.
Yeah, he told us, this is the moment I've been waiting for. This is my dream come true. I want the knockout, and I want to look good doing it.
It's the anxiety. You know, first time, I mean, shirt off, headgear off, small 10-ounce gloves. It's a different feeling in there when you get hit.
Ooh, short check left hook from Feliz as Woodson was in that southpaw stance. Got a little bit too comfortable walking in, and he got clipped.
Look, I remember my first fight, I got hit with a jab, and it stung me.
Right.
The jab, right? And I said the next round, I said, no, I'm getting this guy up out of here. This dude hitting too hard. And that's exactly what I did. I attacked him, and I was able to stop him.
Yeah, you were getting hit by a grown man at that time, right?
Exactly. It's a different feeling, man.
Oh, look, Feliz now in the southpaw stance. Straight jab. Ooh, nice 2-3 combination, and down goes Woodson.
5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
Cole had seen enough. Anthony Woodson has a...
And, you know, chat, for those knows, like, wait, why did the ref wave it off? Because he's not responding in a timely manner. He looks out of it, hands not up, guard. So, you know, that's a knockout, or a technical knockout. Yeah, they're talking about his britches being high. I call that the George Foreman. That's the George Foreman style. And far as Feliz, man, I like how he grinds in the clinch. You know, he grinds hard, punishing the body. Another thing I like about him, he's orthodox, and he has an incredible, nice 76-inch reach, chat. So, you know, he could work that jab. throw that two-piece and tap you before you can even do anything. So, yeah, he moves pretty good for heavyweight. I think he's a little bit over 200 pounds. So for heavyweight, but he moves pretty good. Yeah, he has a nice height, nice build. Kind of reminds me of Muhammad Ali, as far as his height and his build, and his frame, the way his frame is. He has like that frame like him. You know what I mean, Chad? So let's get some more. Let's get some more, Chad.
Ton of heart. He's got 6 kids, and luckily he's going to be able to go back home to them after this defeat against Ali Feliz.
I didn't expect anything else other than this right here. You see Woodson right here squared up, and when you're squared up like that, you become a bigger target. See him squared up here. He's ducking down. Nice time jab right there from Feliz. Just doing the right thing. He's just seeing the shots. Just reading the body of Woodson. That left hand right there was lethal. He landed on the chin.
This bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute 16 seconds of round number 2. For your winner by technical knockout in his professional debut, Ali Feliz.
In the dressing room, I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up.
Ali Feliz told us, look, sometimes I feel like I have the cheat code. My father was a heavyweight. My brother is also an 8-0 with 6 knockout, undefeated heavyweight. And Tim, it's all about how you use those cheat codes in the ring. And so far, he's come up spades with 2 knockouts in 3 professional wins.
Well, it's the beginning of his career. I mean, these are confidence-building type of fights for him. Although, I would like to see him go the distance. But at the same time, I want to see him get knockouts early. That's what these moments are built on. And as he steps up in competition, what I'm looking for from Feliz is discipline. Discipline, technique, fighting behind his guards, keeping his fundamentals tight. These are the moments right here where you have to master the fundamentals of boxing. Because as you move forward, like keeping your hands at place, not taking unnecessary punishment, it's going to get harder and harder because guys become better and better as you move up in class.
Rashad Coulter is a man who has fought.
He fought in every
for UFC, bare knuckle boxing, combat league. If people are throwing punches and hitting each other, he's done it.
In the backyard.
Even Muay Thai.
Right.
So this 42-year-old has experience. He's like, look, you can't measure my heart. I'm talented, and you see Feliz switch to the orthodox stance and then a nice left hook and then a 1-2.
Yeah, Feliz got to be careful switching right directly in front of his opposition. He can't be throwing a punch and then switching directly in front. He got to make sure he has the proper space. And
how about that 1-2 combination? Coulter takes it well, but my goodness, what a right hand from Feliz, who continues to pummel with that same shot, and then he goes downstairs.
Like the defensive responsibility, he understands that his man is hurt, but he's also dangerous at the same time. So you see Feliz holding that phone, keeping that right hand at home as he's digging downstairs. And I love the change, and I also love the change in speed right there. That's what set up that attack. He saw the opening, and boom, quick combination, change in speed.
Now, Coulter complains of a shot to the back of the head. It was behind the ear, but Coulter's lost 4 fights, but he's never been stopped. So Feliz looking to be the first man to stop the rugged and tough Rashad Coulter. I mean, if you can take kicks to the head, I'm sure. I mean, punches still hurt though, Tim.
Yeah, punches hurt, but kicks to the head, come on, man. That's another level. That's another level of power. That's a good, investing in the body, that's great. That's going to bring the hands down of Coulter. Coulter right now, he knows he's outgunned. He's just looking for Feliz to make a mistake. But Feliz, again, he's standing behind himself, not making a whole lot of mistakes. Got his hands at home.
He's staying very patient. And
yeah,
I like right hand is landing clean.
That's great. He slowed down his feet, too.
Stop at the bell.
Which is great. Oh, having a little fun, too.
From Ali Feliz, and that one he turned over.
Man, slip counters, one of my favorite moves, man. I love slip counters because it leaves your opposition so exposed as they're throwing a punch. And a lot of times when you land those slip counters, nothing comes back in return.
Because that one was solid. Nice left hook there. Now, what we're seeing from Feliz here is punch variety. He's switching his cadence up here as he comes out for the second round, knowing that he's in against a veteran who's been in the fight game for about 12 years now. Whether it be MMA, whether it be Muay Thai, whether it be bare knuckle, he's all about fighting.
He can take punishment.
Yes.
I like him getting in the inside. What he needs to do is he needs to rough up Feliz on the inside. Referee's not allowing him to, but he needs to try to make his way on the inside and rough him up.
Sean Coulter's an athlete. He was a former football player at Texas A&M Commerce until he suffered a quadriceps tear. He's married to a pro boxer in Lisa Lozano Coulter. He's got 2 sons who are college scholarship athletes, a running back and a safety.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're built like tanks.
They are.
The Coulters. And he takes a shot, but that one lands right around the ear, and he's got Coulter in trouble. And Ali Feliz, it's just bombs away here in round 2, and referee Ricky Gonzalez steps in as Coulter gets stopped for the first time as a pro, and it's because he wasn't throwing punches, Tim. He covered up.
Yeah, it was probably about 10 seconds right. Ooh, the slip counter. Oh, he turned that one over that time. And you see it got Coulter's attention as he steps back along the ropes there. You see the salt and pepper right there. Just stand on top of him. You see the control with the lead hand as well. I like that. I like that from Feliz. But you see the knuckles turn down that time? He must have hurt in that last round before this one. But good shots on the inside again. He had his man hurt. He just going in for the finish. Just letting his, just swelling his punches. I mean, a little bit of technique issues right there, I see, but he did his job and he got him up out there. Made the referee step in to stop the action. So.
Show me something.
Still staying tight. That's it. Again, that's what I like. He stayed close enough so he couldn't react with anything, which is great. He let his hands go again. If anything was to be thrown.
Technical knockout, Ali Feliz.
Look, Ali Feliz's mom, Ilya.
You both received the same.
Yeah, chat. I like Ali, man. You know, we need a nice freshness. And, you know, the fact that he wants to represent the United States in the Olympics, that would be great. You got 2 options, Dominican Republic or United States. That would be fire. Either way, that's fire. Whenever you can represent your country, there's always fire. And whenever you can represent the country you live in, that's fire. Now, I will say that'd be great for him to keep growing and keep building his resume. And it's very true. The longer you're in the division, you can develop your style, your technique. You can get better. You know, that's why consistency is the key, chat. Some of these fighters want to go in there, fight, take time off, fight. You can't get better that way. The more consistent, the more you become the ring wizard and figuring things out. And you become a lot harder to beat because you're seasoned. You're a seasoned fighter. So yeah, for all those people out there, men and women and youngsters who want to get into combat sport, you become great when you're consistent. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work, baby. All right, just remember that. And I guess the guy he fought was a kickboxer. That's my world, you know, love kickboxing. That definitely helped my career and when I was fighting. And it's a lot of work. You get hit in the head with them roundhouse kicks. You going night-night, baby. You going night-night. All right? Let's get some more Ali. But so far, man, what do y'all think about this Rising Star? Like and subscribe. Tell me down below. And if you guys like this series, please let me know. We'll do more Rising Stars and introducing more people that you have not heard of. Have anyone heard of Ali Feliz? Yeah, I didn't think so. So I'm bringing it to you, baby. Hot off the press. Let's go.
Instructions. Whatever you do, do it within the rules of boxing. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times.
Female rep. Let's go.
So Ali Feliz, and you listen to that introduction and you hear his amateur accolades right away, Timmy. Gold medalist from the 2023 U.S. Olympic trials. That was in Louisiana last December, a U.S. national amateur champion. And you say, well, why is he not over in Paris getting ready to box for Team USA? Listen, different landscape nowadays when it comes to the way the amateur program feeds into the Olympic program and the decisions that young men will make. And he said, I'm turning pro. So this is fight number 3.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, you don't make any money in the amateurs at the end of the day.
Rob Perez, the opponent's only been a pro for 1 year. His last fight was actually in bare knuckle boxing. You can see the speed of that right hand from Feliz.
Yeah, Feliz is extremely athletic. Smaller heavyweight at 6'2", but extremely athletic. Great movement. And Tess, he's a switch hitter also. He can fight from the southpaw stance, orthodox as well, good counterpunching skills.
2-punch combination from Feliz. Perez tries to get to the inside. A right hand split the guard from the young heavyweight. 20 years old from Danbury, Connecticut. His father was a pro that we would cover on ESPN back in the day.
Perez is trying to take his time. He's trying to get to his mark, but Feliz, again, he has his distance down already.
Just missed on a right uppercut.
And what I like about Feliz is he doesn't move a whole lot. He moves when he has to. But you can tell that he's starting to get comfortable inside the pocket. From his first fight to second fight, didn't go that long, but I'm starting to see a little bit more from him in this fight already. Some maturity. You got to get comfortable inside the pocket. You just can't move all night. You know, eventually he's gonna build up the 12 rounds test.
What I like is the activity and the frequency, because we were just sitting back, 4 weeks ago, we were across the river at Madison Square Garden and watched him dismiss Lamir Riley in 1 round. Get right back in there. Get right to work.
Yeah.
The chopping right hand got Perez on the temple.
And you see, he's not a one-punch guy. I mean, he's landing clean shots on Perez. He's tough. He's durable as of now, but he's more of an cumulative type of heavyweight type of puncher. He will get your attention if he catch you off guard, but for the most part, it's going to take some time to really deliver a shot and get you up out of there.
We're going to go to the body was Perez.
A good accuracy right there from Feliz. Perez, again, not using the jab, not giving Feliz anything to worry about. So, of course, Feliz is going to feel comfortable in doing whatever he wants to do. I mean, when you don't give a fighter a jab, at least let him look at the jab, Tess. Just think of it as like this. You let him come through the front gate, he's at your door, and he's knocking on the door.
If we get to covering the grandchildren, that's when I'll retire.
Wow.
I've done fathers and sons, but when we get to the grandkids, that's when it's time to call it quits. Round number 2 here. 20 years old is the promising heavyweight prospect Ali Feliz against the rugged Rob Perez from Southbridge, Mass, who we told you bare knuckle boxing was his last time in the ring. Last October, he fought the month before that in traditional boxing in Philadelphia and won a 4-round majority decision against Daniel Bean. But Perez made his pro debut at 30 years old. And of course, Feliz was a wildly accomplished amateur who at age 11, the story that was told us long ago, at age 11, he was put in the gym to spar with a 21-year-old and knocked him out.
Oh, that's some confidence boosting right there. Knocked him out.
Good body shot.
But he couldn't have been a normal 11-year-old.
No, I mean, this guy was a prodigy.
Yeah. Good jab. Feliz right now, he's just taking his time. You know, he's not rushing and looking for the knockout. He's kind of letting the fight develop. He's hitting Perez with some big shots. But I like the fact he's not rushing. I would love to see him go back down to the body. Nice left hook on the inside right there from him as well. But Perez, again, is not giving him any kind of resistance. Perez has to let his hands go in order to back off.
There's a long-range right hand, 1-2. Able to set that up.
But again, he's landing a clean test, but not a whole lot of effect on him again.
Right.
It's more of a breakdown type of fighter. And it would serve Feliz more if he was a dig downstairs. Bring those hands down. Take some of that stamina. Hit those guts.
Vasily Lomachenko and Tank Davis already in negotiations for what should be a mega fight on the back half of the year, but that's where it stands right now.
I see.
No, chat. These combat sports, you know, to me, I think a lot of these promoters and network lines make a crap load of money. And sometimes, you know, you want a good amateur background, but a lot of these young prospects are not even going all the way through the amateur lineup, you know, because they want to get paid. You know, I do believe when you're doing this type of sport and you're bringing crowds and you're bringing money, you know, they should be compensated in some kind of way. You know, combat sports sometimes is the worst paid. You know, it's like, you know, boxing is probably the best combat sport that gives out good payouts. But even then, when you're an amateur and low level, you know, you're probably going to average anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 about a match. And that is going to come tethered with expenses. It's going to come tethered with traveling, all of that stuff. The boxing organization not going to cover that. So that's why some of these young fighters don't want to go. They want to get some type of money. In the beginning, you won't get a lot of money. And then until you get up to be one of the top prospects and you have a good drawing, then you can have a good cash payday. MMA is tough itself. You know, MMA has been underpaid for decades. So hey, I'm speaking from the fighter side, you know, but you know, for all the hard work and training and brutal on your joints, body, the conditioning, the eating, you know, you want to be compensated some kind of way. You guys, I mean, some of these organizations are making buku money because they have partnership and handshakes with the network. Network is going to charge you on pay-per-view. If you ever get on pay-per-view or ESPN, I mean, they're making money, chat, but the fighters suffer. You know, these boxing probably has one of the best, as far as combat sports, the best payout. And as far as MMA, back in the days, I would have said Pride before UFC. Because UFC, a lot of those fighters were not getting any money. It was fighting with honor. You know, and even now it's very controversial. It's like who was the top pick heads, you know, what kind of money they're gonna bring, that kind of stuff. So, but and martial art is the worst paid. And I love martial arts. I come from a martial art background, martial art family, and to me, I wish somebody step up for the martial arts. I know we had combat martial art, combat karate, all of that stuff, but it didn't last and didn't pay that well. I'll give it up to NASCA. You know, NASCA, it does try to put together some money, but even then, it's not like what these guys are getting. You know, what boxers get on a payday purse. So yeah, combat sports need to be a lot more supported, better pay or better bonuses, what have you. I just think that will help elevate the sport. These guys put their life on the line. And it's a pro sport. It's a pro sport, no matter what anybody says. All right, let's get some more chat.
The Undisputed Championship in the near future.
Do you really?
I do.
Well, we're going to have a unified champion once Tank and Lomachenko fight.
Yes, and I see the 135-pound division heating up as the 140 pounds kind of fading out a bit, getting a little bit dull.
In midst of round number 3. In our heavyweight opener, it's a good 1-2 combination from Ali Feliz.
But again, look at the control. Look at the control from Feliz. That's what you want to look for, control. He's just not in there throwing punches. He's trying to place those shots inside. He's shortening his shots on the inside. If a guy can go home with some of his faculties left, with a check to his family, why not?
When you turn pro at 30 years old and you make a decision to take part in bare-knuckle boxing, perhaps your judgment doesn't fall in line with that.
But I don't think the referee understands that.
Tim, would you ever cross the line of bare-knuckle boxing?
No, not at all.
Chopping right hand, comes back with it.
fighting from the southpaw stance. He's not as comfortable and as fluent as he is from the right-handed stance, though, Tess. Oh, he kind of reminds me of Tess. He reminds me of like a Joseph Parker type of.
How so, Timmy?
Yeah, just with the speed. He's not gonna be one of those one shot punching type of heavyweights. You know, it's gonna take some time, but I like his footwork and coordination and speed and accuracy that he uses to win fights.
Well, he just ate a right hand.
He's gonna have to be more cerebral and just be savvy in there against the bigger, taller, more rangier heavyweights.
Just heard his father say, work the jab, Ali, work the jab.
Now look at Perez coming out hard. He coming out guns blazing, knowing the end is near. That was a good shot by Feliz on the inside. Nice uppercut.
That's quite a mark under the left eye of Perez. Right hand to the body. Mary Glover with the warning to keep it up.
He stopped the action and said, the head, ref. Can't be doing that. You know, these 4 rounds, these rounds are valuable rounds for Feliz. You know, usually this could be a confidence booster for him if he was to get the knockout. His first 2 fights, he got knockouts. It's good right now that he's going doing the distance because now he knows he can go.
Feliz 2-0 with 2 knockouts, but Perez a rugged guy.
Yep.
Been taking punishment, and he's looking to get to this finish line no problem. Nearly used his head right there.
Don't actually worry about the conditioning. Feliz looks good right now. Looks solid for 4 rounds. That's a good indication that he's ready for at least 6. Maybe 1 more 4. But he's going to be ready for 6 really, really soon.
Well, this is about to be his first distance fight. Pro debut was a 2nd round TKO. We were with him down in Corpus Christi, Texas for that back in April. And then last month we told you real quick work on June 8th in Madison Square Garden when we saw Xander and Shushu top that traditional Puerto Rican Day Parade card. And he's from just up the road from where we are, from Danbury, Connecticut.
For your winner by unanimous decision, Ali Feliz.
You know, Chad, I like seeing, this was more like looking at just the style. You know, I know people expect heavyweights to get great knockouts, but it's nice to see that they can just do traditional boxing, IQ, strategy, power shots, how you take a hit, how you roll out of a hit, how you protect a hit. Another thing he talked about earlier was, you know, keeping up that answering phone hand. You know, I call it the post position, and you got to make sure that hand is there, because sometimes if you get a really powerful hit on the jawline or close to the ear, you know, sometimes as a fighter you can get this kind of ping sound in your ear, you know, and it you know, your ears have fluid, right? So you can really mess up the person's equilibrium. So yeah, you got to protect that, man, because one little good pop, that's it. All right, chat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching Ali Feliz, a rising star prospect, man, somebody to look out for, representing the heavyweights. You know, there was a time where heavyweight division ruled supreme. That's what people wanted to see. And, you know, ever since, to me, the great Mike Tyson, you know, we have Usyk now, and he's definitely caused a rattle. We got the boys, all of these great heavyweights now coming out of the UK. We have some right here in the United States. And hopefully, man, we can see some great heavyweight matches again. Right, Chad? I know March, a lot of great matches are coming out, so be looking out for March. And until then, this is the episode with your man, host Taz B, at the Fighters Corner, where all fighters have a voice. Until then, chat, I'll see you later. And once again, you take this with you, chat.
Most people don't know shit about boxing. Right?